Qingdao. You're watching a live streaming by China's Xinhua News Agency. My name is Shang Yang. Qingdao is the coastal city in East China's Shandong province. This building behind me is the International Convention Center here in Qingdao, which hosted the 18th Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit last year. It is also now hosting the ongoing 2019 Global Venture Capital Conference. So welcome everyone to join us for a fun ride today, as we will be setting sail right now around this Bay Area in the beautiful Qingdao. So home to Qingdao Brewery, the city is becoming more attractive to run international events. For example, the SCO Summit, and now it is hosting the 2019 Global Venture Capital Conference, themed as a new focus for openness, a city led by technology. The event has attracted thousands of capital venture experts, business elites, startup pioneers, and entrepreneurs to Qingdao for brainstorming and discussing ideas to developing the city into a world center for venture capital investment. This Bay Area is called Fushan Bay Area in Qingdao. The skyline there is the new town area of the city, which presents beautiful skyline views at night. And there is also the torch, the Olympic torch. This area is actually called the International Marina and Olympic Sailing Center, which hosted so many sailing events for the 2008 Beijing Olympics. So this conference being held here in the city is the 2019 Global Venture Capital Conference, and as Qingdao's city government is recognizing the importance of building the city into a world-class business environment, the municipal party chief or the secretary of the CPC Qingdao Committee, Wang Qingxian, has given a keynote speech at the conference encouraging Qingdao to be a modern international metropolis. To be dynamic, in his words, Qingdao needs to be driving its development with innovation and technology. While we are sailing through this Fushan Bay Area in Qingdao, I'm also checking some of the comments left by you guys. We've got friends watching from Philippines, from DC, USA, from Malaysia. Welcome you all to this live streaming. You may know Qingdao by its prestigious beer brand, Qingdao Beer. I'm wondering whether you have had any before. It's also home to the home appliance giant Haier Company. Now, from the images, you can see the 5 rings, which tells you this location is the International Olympic Sailing Center in Qingdao, which hosted so many sailing events for the 2008 Beijing Olympics. The theater over there hosted a lot of performances during the SCO Summit, which was held here in June last year. We've got friends watching from the beautiful land, Philippines, watching from Afghanistan, Nepal. Welcome you all to this live show. My name is Shang Yang with Xinhua News Agency. So this area with the lighthouse, with the theater, with the International Convention Center, and the Olympic torch, it is providing iconic shots for so many photographers coming to this beachside city. So in recent years, the coastal city Qingdao has been tipped for its strong research and development potential. Global companies like Volkswagen, Amazon have set up plants in the city or an innovation center. To date, Qingdao has become home to a great number of foreign invested financial institutions. In addition, over 100 of the world's top 500 companies have invested in various projects in the city. So together, they play a big part in transforming Qingdao into a city that is dynamic and embracing innovation and technology. Speaking of transforming Qingdao into a financial hub, the city's ability to attract and utilize foreign investment has been significantly improved since the inauguration of this wealth management and financial comprehensive reform pilot area. The new town area of Qingdao, presenting beautiful skylines in night. This area is called Fushan Bay Area. It's also the location hosting the sailing events for the 2008 Beijing Olympics. At this Bay Area. The bustling port city of Qingdao, home to Qingdao Brewery, and boasted a lot of European-style buildings, tree-lined boulevards, also one of the finest harbors in East Asia. It is also a frontier for China's opening up and reform policy. It's getting a little bumpy right now as we're heading more towards the further areas in this Bay Area. It's a little cold, chilly this morning. The weather is a little chilly. It's around 20 degrees Celsius. A lot of international sailing competitions have been held here in this area. The Olympic Sailing Center in Qingdao, back in 2009, 2015, a lot of sailors from around the world have come to this place for a fun competition in sailing. This morning it's a little chilly, it's a little foggy, not very windy, so the weather is just fine for this fun ride here in the Bay Area in Qingdao. I will also take some time reading your comments and messages left by you guys from around the world. If you have any questions so far for our live streaming, please let me know. I'll keep checking my phone and read your comments. If you see any skyline and the buildings over there, that's the new town area in Qingdao, which is in a different style with the old town area. Qingdao in recent years has been tipped for its strong research and development potential as the city is embracing itself to become a international metropolis that featuring innovation and technology. That's also the theme for this year's 2019 Global Venture Capital Conference, which is being held in the city right now. It kicked off yesterday, attracting thousands of venture capital experts, business elites, startup pioneers, and entrepreneurs. They come to the city to brainstorm and discuss ideas for developing Qingdao into a world center for venture capital investment. We got a question from VT saying, how is the fishing there? Is there a large fishing industry in Qingdao? Of course, Qingdao is famous for its seafood production and fishing industry. Local people love seafoods, and if you walk on the streets in Qingdao, you can see there are just so many seafood restaurants. Yesterday, actually, we did a live show learning how to cook clams in 3 different ways. Every cook from a restaurant here in Qingdao knows how to cook the best clam that the city can offer. So if you ever come to the city, I would highly suggest you take some time walking on the beach side and try some roadside local snacks that are featuring all kinds of seafoods. Paul Simons saying, my family members were there a few weeks ago. Thank you for sharing that with us. Qingdao is now becoming a more attractive city, as it is now a very nice place to host multilateral events, just like the 18th SCO Summit, the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit, being held here in June last year. And this year, the city is making a signature event, the 2019 Global Venture Capital Conference, which will be a feast for brainstorming, for ideas, a space for innovation and creation. So the city is welcoming friends from home and abroad to come here and share development opportunity for developing a partnership and this beautiful seaside city. I love Qingdao. Me too. I love this place very much too. It is really becoming not only a place for sightseeing, but a place with a lot of opportunities for young talents, for business startup pioneers, for those who are chasing their dreams in the areas of innovation and technology. And the city is making a signature event, trying to bring up more opportunities for those people. VT is asking, what is my favorite seafood dish served in Qingdao? I have to say, that's chili sauteed clams, which I just had some yesterday while I was doing the live show. Clams and beers is a local style for Qingdao. The very authentic trait the city can offer is clams with beers. So have a nice chili sauteed clams and have a few glasses of beers, which will be a very, very nice meal for everyone that is coming to the city. That's why I'm highly suggesting, if you come here, try some clams and have some beer. If you're just joining us, this is a live streaming brought to you by China's Xinhua News Agency. My name is Zhang Yang with Xinhua. We're cruising through this area called Fushan Bay Area in Qingdao City. It's a coastal city in China's eastern China's Shandong province, famous for the beer brand Qingdao beer, which is known around the world. And it's also home to the home appliance giant Haier. A lot of global companies also are setting plants, innovation centers in the city, as the city is trying to building itself into a world center for venture capital investment. A conference that is called Global Venture Capital Conference is being held right now in the International Convention Center here in Qingdao, attracting thousands of venture capital experts, business startup pioneers, entrepreneurs. They come to the city to brainstorm and discuss ideas. Wang Ni Ming, forgive me if I don't pronounce your name correctly, saying Qingdao is a nice place and must visit. The city with huge development potential. Of course, it has been recent years tipped for its strong research and development potential. For example, the city's ability to attract and utilize foreign investment has been greatly improved since the inauguration of this wealth management and financial comprehensive reform pilot area. We got another question from VT asking, how is the swimming there? Are there good beaches for swimming? Of course, there are so many beautiful beach sites here in Qingdao. Just in this area, it's called Fushan Bay area. I still remember when I first got here 2 days ago. After dinner, I can just take a walk along the beachside stairways for a nice evening stroll. So pretty beautiful. And if you want to have swimming, and I would say maybe in July and August, that would be a better time as the weather is getting better, with it getting warmer. So if you come here for swimming, definitely it's one of the best places in China to offering swimming places. If we look around here, this is the International Marina and the Olympic Sailing Center. Speaking of that, in 2008 Beijing Olympics, this location hosted so many sailing events. So if we walk around, you see the Olympic torch now being a sightseeing spot. You see the May 4th Square monument and the New Town area, highlighting skyscrapers at beachside, and also the theater hosting a lot of performances in last year's SCO Summit, as well as the very, very famous International Convention Center, being a venue hosting so many important multilateral events for the city. This is the May 4th Square, featuring a monument, an iconic place representing Qingdao. It definitely would be more lovely if the weather is better. Today it's a little chilly. Most importantly, it's a little foggy, so you might find it a little blurry as you look at the images presented to you by us. But Qingdao definitely, it's foggy a lot of times. So a few days ago, when people come here for the celebration of the Chinese People's Liberation Army Navy 70th founding anniversary, it is also a foggy day, but the city is becoming more dynamic and welcoming for friends from home and abroad, not only to here for sightseeing, for beachside tours, for sailing events, but also for opportunities, as we were saying, this global venture capital conference being held here, attracting business startup pioneers and entrepreneurs. The city is developing itself into a world center for venture capital investment. Attending the conference are companies from around the world, from Asia, as well as U.S. companies, as Dean is asking this question. So they come here just for brainstorming and sharing ideas to developing Qingdao into a world center that is featuring innovation, technology, and creation. I hope you enjoyed our live tour today. This is Fushan Bay Area in Qingdao. My name is Shang Yang. Having this fun tour is definitely a pleasant journey with all of you watching with me. And also remember, Qingdao is building itself into a global venture capital center as the 2019 Global Venture Capital Conference is being held here. So stay tuned for more of stories from Qingdao, and thank you so much for joining us today. See you around. Bye.